Several Russian rockets have hit an aircraft maintenance plant near the airport in the western city of Lviv. The city has so far escaped the worst of the bombardment seen elsewhere in Ukraine. Russia has been targeting residential areas throughout the week. Let's go live now to Lviv in western Ukraine. Al Jazeera's Rob McBride is there. Rob, talk us through what happened there in the early hours of the morning.
Yeah, this has been somewhat of an alarming development for people here in this city. We have air raid warnings here night after night. There was, just after daybreak, another air raid warning went off. People made for their basements, made for shelters, and sure enough, this time it was the real thing. This was 6 missiles, we believe, possibly of the cruise variety, and we believe fired from the south, coming from the area around the Black Sea. 2 of these missiles, according to the Ukrainians, were intercepted by anti-missile defense systems, but 4 hit their target. And their target was this facility that apparently repairs aircraft. There was damage to the facility, but we understand that there was actually only 1 injury. But I think the more concern for people here is that this part of western Ukraine has so far largely escaped a lot of the conflict that has been witnessing in other parts of the country. We had an attack on a military base about halfway between here and the nearby Polish border. That was several days ago, and that, of course, was of concern not only here but also to Ukraine's neighbors, because, of course, Poland is a NATO member. We had an attack on a military airfield in the town of Lutsk. That was north of here. That was earlier. But by and large, this part of the Ukraine has escaped these larger attacks, and it has made people here begin to question whether we are seeing a beginning of this Russian pattern that we have seen so often across the other parts of the country, whereby it targets critical infrastructure, defense facilities, with a view to edging closer around cities and starting to prod the defenses of those cities. So far, the people here in Lviv know that the country is at war. We've seen hundreds of thousands of people, refugees largely from other parts of the country, heading out of the Ukraine. The population here has been swollen by refugees from other parts of the country. We have a curfew in place, we have checkpoints, but by and large life has continued as normal. People are out in the streets, there is food in the shops, but this is a reminder for people here that this is very much a country at war, and from this Friday that war does feel a little closer.